We are finally here after months and months of wait. We have finally got our 5th Union leader within Kingdom Hearts Union Key. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Strelizia. Yesterday we actually got the confirmation that Strelizia is our 5th Union leader within Kingdom Hearts Union Key. However, as you guys know with Union Key videos, I like to wait a little bit till the English translations come out so I can get all of the information and really truly formulate my own thoughts on it, because I can't really work with, just Japanese subs. I can't work with that. So I have to wait until the English stuff comes out. And really, even with this English stuff, even when we got Blaine back in, I believe, April, we got Blaine, who's the 4th Union leader. We got quite a lot of stuff for Blaine, but for Strelizia here, we don't really have much. Just a little bit of backstory leading into Union Key that actually goes back to even the Key days, the normal PC browser version of Key. So what I'm going to do for you guys here is I am going to read the entire translated thing, give my thoughts on it and what it might mean for the future of Union Key and possibly even Kingdom Hearts 3. As always, the translation credits go to Kingdom Hearts Insider and specifically Gold Panner. He always translates these things for Union Key, so thanks to Gold Panner and KH Insider for this news. So let's start. An ordinary day in Daybreak Town. Keyblade wielders move about in the Fountain Plaza. Question marks. I've got this favourite spot. High above the others, sitting on the rooftop, is a girl with a Kirathi. I'm Strelizia. This is my spot, mine alone. I've spent my days these past 2 years defeating creatures from the dark and protecting light. I've met a lot of people and said goodbye to a lot of people. My party members have been replaced over and over too. I didn't have many teammates or friends who'd been with me since the start. Flashback to the player waiting for Ephemera in the Fountain Plaza as Strelizia crosses paths and watches in the background. But I do have a friend who I've shared the time with since way back then. I first saw them at the Fountain Plaza. You looked as though you had been waiting for someone for a long time. I went on my mission and you were still waiting or whatever you were doing by the time I got back. In the end, they never came. You picked up your Kirathi and tears welled up in my eyes. And this is actually the point where we first found out Kirathi was a Dream Eater. That was a very interesting thing. Flashback to the player's adventures throughout the world, again with Strelizia watching in the background. Ever since that, I'd come across you every now and then. I think I'd probably actually seen you before that too, but after I saw you at the Fountain Plaza that time, I began to be aware of you whenever you were around me. So many times I saw you and thought of striking up a conversation, but in the end, I was never brave enough. Back then, everyone was just going about their days as usual, not sensing that anything was wrong. But it seemed like you were seeing something different from everyone else. You looked somewhat special. You don't know me, but I felt like we were friends. I had always hoped we'd get to talk someday. Strelizia walks alone in Daybreak Town when she is stopped by a voice calling out, Strelizia. She turns around to see Lady Ava and approaches her. Lady Ava, you are a dandelion, right? She nods. I know this is sudden, but there's something I'd like to ask of you. Huh? Me? Ava presents her with a book. Please stay calm and listen while I tell you this. Soon this world will. And it cuts off there. So that was a very, very interesting little segment we got there. So we didn't exactly get much, like I said. It was only really backstory stuff, background stuff. And it's very interesting how she's kept tabs on you as a player ever since way back in Keys. Very interesting. But the most interesting part is the ending. Ava saying, this world will. Nothing else. Now this begs quite a lot of questions. Is this taking place in Key? This cutscene we're seeing, is this taking place in Key? Or is it taking place in Union Cross? Because Ava still referred to some people as dandelions within the real world, the realm of light within Key. And she also does it in, Union Key as well. So where's this taking place? It's begging a lot of questions, because if it's taking place in Key, makes sense. This world will soon fall to darkness because of the Keyblade War. But if it's Union Cross, this world will Will it fall to darkness again? Will they have another Keyblade War? I am not sure. There's a lot of things going on here. Nomura is really kicking up something. He's building something right here. We now have our 5 union leaders. Eventually, maybe like the next month or so, they are all going to meet within the Keyblade graveyard. You know, you've got Ephemera, Skuld, Ventus, Blaine, and now Strelizia, which is very interesting. I've seen a lot of people saying that Strelizia might be Kyrie's grandmother, maybe, because she knows so much about the legend of, you know, the Keyblade War, of Kingdom Hearts, of how the world used to all be one and did not get scattered until the darkness took over, and, you know, the light in the hearts of children, and blah 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 blah. You all know the ancient story of the Keyblade War by this point. But it's going to be very interesting. It's really, I don't know what to make of this yet. There's not enough information to make a good, solid, educated guess on what's going to happen, because really anything could happen at this point. However, that's all really for this video. I just wanted to break the news that Strelizia, the bird of paradise as she is known, which is, you know, the meaning for Strelizia, it's a type of flower, is the 5th union leader. So if you guys liked this video, please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. What do you think Strelizia is all about? And is this taking place in Key, or is it taking place in Union Cross? You guys have a say on that. Please share this amongst your friends, and if you could, please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification every single time I upload. That way you'll get every single piece of content to you as it goes up. I've been AzureAce, and thanks for coming to the video.
You have arrived. I'm here to tell you that if you don't subscribe to AzureAce for Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, and Pokemon TCG content, you will wander forever in the darkness of your heart.